There's my family of loons right out front. I don't know if we can get them. We'll catch up to them. Babies are getting so big. Can't believe they just start as little puffballs and now they get to be as big as this. We'll leave you alone. But thank you. Thank you for saying hello to us. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rob's Ramblings. And today, clearly, as you can see, we are not at the Brown Table of Sports Card Collecting. I'm off-site. This is one of my most favorite places in the world. My family is fortunate enough to own some land on a lake, and this is where I spend a lot of my time in the summer. And took a little tour around the lake. Hopefully the lighting was all right for some of my shots that I'm sharing with you. I had a hard time finding a good spot. I think I found a place where the lighting is decent and it's not going to cause too much glare, and you'll still be able to see some of the things I have to show you today. As you know, as you can see, I only have one source of light, and that is the big ball of gas burning millions of miles away, and I'm kind of at the mercy of the way the wind is blowing the boat this morning. But today on Rob's Ramblings, I'm going to change gears a little bit. I don't show too many football cards, but recently in my mailbox I received a package from the Green Bay Packers. I think I've mentioned on the channel a few times that I am a Packer season ticket holder, and the Packers send gifts out periodically to their season ticket holders. I only have a partial package. I only get 3 tickets or 3 games per season, which is fine with me. I have no desire to go to all 9 games, but just a handful of games is real nice. But anyways, I got this bobblehead in the mail. This is a Bart Starr bobblehead. That's an exclusive for Packer season ticket holders. So there's my Bart Starr season ticket holder bobblehead. And so because I received that in the mail, I kind of got my juices flowing for some football cards. So today I'm going to do my top 10 Green Bay Packer cards. So in the middle of the summer, I thought this is a little change up from what I have been showing. Now I've got, because I can never decide on 10 cards for my top 10s, I always have my honorable mentions just so that I can show off a few more cards. And I'm doing that this morning. My honorable mentions, I'm really cheating and stretching, but I just recently received this card in the mail, and this is obviously not a football card, and hopefully, I don't know if the lighting is good enough for you to be able to see it, but this is a Payne Stewart card. Payne Stewart, as I've mentioned before, is my favorite golfer of all time, and so I'm showing this because Payne Stewart had a let's see if I can add some. Sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulties with my off-site location. Camera took a little tumble, but anyways, I was talking about my Payne Stewart card. So Payne Stewart, obviously not a Packer, but he had an agreement with the NFL where he wore colors of the NFL teams from the locations that the tournaments were playing at, and he was kind of famous for wearing Green Bay Packer colors. So this is my pseudo Green Bay Packer honorable mention, the Payne Stewart, and I really love that card. So I thought I'd show that one today. Another one of the honorable mentions, this is a Reggie White. And I should have done my research on these cards to to be able to tell you exactly what each one of these are. I'm not as familiar with football, but this was just a really cool Reggie White. I think this is from 1997. So a Matrix card, so really like that one. The next honorable mention, this is from 1960, I think, or 61. This is Boyd Dowler, great Green Bay Packer wide receiver from the Vince Lombardi era. That is one of the things that I am hoping to do. I don't often make goals for myself for the hobby. That's not something I do very often, but one of the things I would like to do at some point is increase my collection of Green Bay Packers from that Vince Lombardi era. I don't have very many cards at all. Here is one. This isn't from that era, but it's a player from the era. This is my Bart Starr. This is a post-playing era card. Talking about the Ice Bowl. My family has a little bit of a connection to the Ice Bowl. My dad and my uncle, I believe, were both at that Ice Bowl. My dad actually took some 8mm film footage of the Ice Bowl from his vantage point in the stands. So that's kind of a cool little keepsake that we have. Haven't dug that out for a while, but it's kind of neat. Maybe I'll share that on the channel at some point. Another one, this is, I don't even know where this came from. I bought this when one of the few cards that I acquired in my collection during my quote-unquote off period, in between my childhood and my adult collecting. I didn't pick up too many cards during a couple of decades there, but this is one that I did. This is not even a one-touch. This is a screw-down case that's got Sterling Sharp's name even etched on it, so I don't know. He was one of my favorite Packers of the day, so I picked that one up, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. And another one on the honorable mention is this Dorsey Levens. This is a card that my wife gave to me. Dorsey Levens was a Green Bay Packer when my wife and I first started dating, and so he was one of our favorites at the time. So she picked this up, and this is an acetate card. You can see that it's, you can see right through it. It's a really cool, well, sharp-looking card, and I'm drifting a little bit out into the sun, so I don't know how that's affecting the lighting here, but I'm at the mercy of the wind here out on the water. That's all right. So anyways, those are my honorable mentions, but now getting into my top 10 Green Bay Packer cards. Number 10 on the list. This was given to me by my aunt. This was, I mentioned, my Aunt Gail gave me a whole bunch of baseball cards from the 1960s, and along with that, she also gave me a smattering of football cards, and this is one of them. This is a Paul Hornung. I believe this is from 1960, I think, but this is that design where the picture is within the old school television set, so really think that's a cool card. I got that in one touchdown. So this is number 10 on my list. Really enjoy that card. Number 9 on the list, this is Topps Finest Mystery. And again, this is from an era where I wasn't collecting, so I'm not super familiar with these cards, but this is a really pretty card. I want to say this is from the late 90s as well. So, and Reggie White was obviously one of the best Packers of all time. Rest in peace. I know the lighting is not real good. We're not getting a real good image of the card, but this is number 9 on the list, Reggie White, Topps Finest. Number 8 on the list. I couldn't make this list without a current Packer. This is my tribute to the current Green Bay Packers team. This is Jordan Love. A Panini, what is it? Panini Illusions is the card. So, beautiful card of Jordan Love. I know a lot of people are a little skeptical about how high his ceiling is. I feel like he's got a high ceiling. I think he can take us to the Super Bowl and maybe even win it someday. At least that's my optimistic viewpoint. Now I'm really drifting out into the sun. We'll see if I can keep my head in a position where the sun isn't going to be too much of a problem. The next card here, this is 1997 Topps Chrome Reggie White, PSA graded. So This was another gift given to me by my wife. So that's number 7 on the list. Beautiful card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 6. This was a card I picked up at a card show not too long ago. And this is actually a Vince Lombardi card. It's kind of cool. And it's graded. It shows Vince Lombardi drawing up a play on the chalkboard there. It's graded a perfect 10. I'm really drifting out into the sun. Maybe I'll fire up the engine here and just kind of maybe get out of the sun a little bit. Maybe that'll help with the glare. And there goes the camera again when I'm, oh my god. Okay, off-site, so having a little technical difficulties, but anyways, this card here was number 6 on my list, and so we're moving on up. The next one on my list was another gift from my wife. This is number 5, and this is an iconic player for the Packers from our Super Bowl, one of our Super Bowl victories. This is Gilbert Brown, and this is an autograph. Now that I'm out of the sun, it's kind of hard to see, but this has got a lot of sparkle to it. If I did have a light to show that off, it would look a lot prettier, but I think you can still get the sense of what this card looks like. And this is graded, obviously, and the grade, the autograph got a 10, but the card itself got a 7, but I just think this is a beautiful card. And Gilbert Brown was one of the crowd favorites back in the day, the grave digger. Every time he got to the quarterback, he buried him with his shovel, and it was just, the crowd really loved him. He was quite the character. So that's number 5 on the list. Number 4, this is a card I picked up at a card show a couple of years ago and just really fell in love with it. This is a green parallel, which I think obviously goes really well with the Green Bay Packers colors. This is a perfect card. It's graded a 9, but I feel like it could have been a 10, but it's just beautiful. It's numbered out of 99, so this is a longevity emerald. So beautiful card of Nick Collins. I think I've shown this on the channel before, but Nick Collins was one of the sadder stories. He ended up winning the Super Bowl for the Packers. He had an interception and a pick 6 in the Super Bowl victory over the Steelers, but then shortly after that he ended up having a neck injury that pretty much ended his career. But again, a crowd favorite, one of my favorite Packers of all time, Nick Collins. That one comes in at number 3. And number 2 on the list, this was another gift. This one was a Christmas present given to me by my mom, I believe. And again, this card in the proper lighting really shows off nicely. But this is a Sterling Sharp card. This is from 1994. The Finest refractor. These refractor cards from Finest in the early 90s were just beautiful. So really love that card. And the last one, or actually that was number, I kind of got my numbers off because that was number 3. This is number 2. Number 2 is this autograph card of Leroy Butler from Super Bowl 31. Leroy Butler was a key member of that team that won the Super Bowl for the Packers. So really love this card, and apologize for the glare, but like I said, my lighting is what it is today. So that one was number 2 on the list. And then number 1 is this beautiful card here. This is a Charles Woodson Emanate card, and it's autographed, and this is numbered on the back. You can see it's numbered to 99. But this is just a beautiful card. Learned about these Emanate cards from my friend Brent, who showed off his beautiful one of one Nolan Ryan. But that was my introduction to these cards. But this card, I think, is maybe not as beautiful as that one, but I think it's just a gorgeous card. And so this comes in at number 1 on my list. So had a little difficulties today with the camera and the lighting and so forth, but I had fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. So until next time, everybody, enjoy the hobby and stay true to yourself.